giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom Newsleaders.
Welcome to Newsleaders. I'm James Mauser. My next guest came all the way from Jefferson City. The Missouri River Regional Library is where she works. Claudia Cook, back with us again. Hi.
Yes, I'm always thrilled to be here. You know how much I love to talk about the library.
Yeah, and it's been like a long time since we've talked.
It has.
So one of the first questions I wanted to ask you was, what was happening with the library during the early stages of the pandemic?
Like a lot of places, we closed our doors on March 17th. And it was very important that we shared with our public that our physical space was closed, but our virtual space was open. And so we spent a lot of time promoting that information. We wanted people to know that they could still get library cards and they could use our ebooks, our e-audio, our databases, and we were going to put together a lineup of virtual programs. So we spent a lot of time marketing that information those early weeks of the pandemic, and we got a terrific response. People were renewing their library cards. They were contacting us via email saying, what do I need to do, because we have an application online. So had one of my staff members checking that every day and making sure that those card numbers were given to people so they could access all that information. And I'm sure you're not surprised to hear me say that all those numbers went up. The use of those digital resources really jumped during the end of March and all of April.
So now that's going great guns.
Yes, people who were reluctant to try any of our digital resources, especially people who said, I don't want an ebook, tried it during this time. So you can't imagine the last day, the day before we closed our doors, we checked out in that one day what we normally check out in a whole week.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I can see that. So what's it like now?
Well, we had a slow start. We entered into things pretty gradually in May when the state reopened. Staff went back in. The managers started first. Then we had some training sessions. And we opened for curbside delivery for a couple of weeks and then fully opened our doors on the 26th of May. And we've been open ever since. So the library looks a little different. We don't have as many chairs and tables out as we did prior to COVID, but we have more than we did on May 26th and enough for people to be comfortable. People can still look at newspapers and magazines at our facility, and we do have some in-person programming. Most of our programming this summer has been outside. We have a lovely park area, and so our yoga, our children's story times, we had a music program, and trying to think what else we did outside. Several children's events took place outside, and same down in Osage County. They have a long porch on the front of their building, so they've really made great use out of that porch.
And this summer's been nice, too.
It has been. It has been. So those things have been fun. The staff has really gotten creative with their programming virtually and also in person. For instance, down in Osage, they're showing an outside movie soon. Yeah.
Got some programs you want to talk about on your own?
Well, even though most of our program is virtual, we still have some things that we're hosting, and we're hosting a Friday night films, and we've got Capitol Read coming up in October. So that author who will be joining us is a virtual program, but we have some. We have quite a few programs where they're going to be hybrid situations where people can come in person, and we keep those numbers under 25 people, and we take reservations, and then we offer a virtual option. And so being able to offer a virtual option has been a real game changer for us. All those times when you can't go to something and you really want to go to it and everybody tells you how great it was, well, you can go back and look at it later on our website. And so we've had lots of views of things where a program before may have only had maybe 30 people in attendance. People who couldn't make it now can look at it on their own at their own convenience.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's neat.
For libraries and
Yeah,
such.
it is.
Just about out of time. Anything else you want to get in before we finish?
Just wanting people to know that our doors are open. We are adapting to to this new world, and we want people to realize that they can also use our curbside delivery service if they're uncomfortable coming in. And we've got a set of lockers that are going to be located out at the mall. We hope to get them in mid-October. They came to us. I wrote a grant, a CARES Act grant, and got money for those lockers. So you can request materials, have them sent to the mall if you live on the west side of town or work there, and pick them up there.
That's unique, but that's what happens in this kind of a thing. New things come about all the time.
That's right.
The Missouri River Regional Library is in Jefferson City. The phone number I have is 634-6064. That'll get you there, right?
That's right.
And the website, I don't have that on here.
It's mrl.org.
MRRL.org.
That's right.
Claudia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Hope next time we talk, things are really zooming.
I do too.